Part 1. Awakening, Discovering the Cosmic Wallet. Chapter 1. The Secret of the Cosmic Wallet. Welcome, seeker of quiet truths and hidden streams of abundance. Breathe deeply now. Feel the stillness settling around you, perhaps like dust motes, dancing in a forgotten sunbeam, visible only when the world grows quiet. Within this sacred space, we begin our journey together. A journey not of frantic pursuit, not of grasping and striving, but of profound receiving. Today, we unveil a secret, whispered across ages, carried on the winds of divine timing, and pulsing beneath the surface of everyday reality. It is the secret of the cosmic wallet. Let the name settle into your awareness, the cosmic wallet. Imagine, if you will, not a simple leather pouch tucked away, but an infinite, luminous reservoir woven from starlight and pure potential. Picture it pulsing gently at the very heart of existence, a boundless source from which all forms of prosperity flow. This wallet holds not just coins and paper currency, though it contains the essence of those too. It holds the energy of well-being, the substance of joy, the flow of creativity, the warmth of connection, and yes, the tangible and intangible riches that allow a life to flourish beyond measure. This cosmic wallet is not something distant or separate from you. It is an intrinsic part of the universal fabric, and by extension, a part of you. Its nature is infinite generosity. It knows only expansion, only giving. It desires to pour its abundance into every corner of existence, including your life. But here lies the paradox, the subtle truth often missed in the rush of the world. The cosmic wallet does not respond to desperate grasping or forceful effort. Imagine trying to hold water tightly in your fist. The harder you squeeze, the faster it slips away. So it is with this universal flow. Struggle, anxiety, and forceful striving create resistance. They build invisible dams that block the natural current of abundance meant for you. They signal to the universe a belief in scarcity, a frequency of lack. Trust, however, trust is the key, a gentle surrender, an opening of the hands, the heart, the mind. Trust is the signal that dissolves the dams. It aligns your personal energy field, your unique vibrational frequency, with the high, clear note of infinite supply. It whispers to the universe, I am ready, I am open, I believe in the flow. When you cease the chase, when you stop believing that your effort alone dictates your supply, you create the space for the cosmic wallet to open its channels directly to you. You do nothing in the conventional sense of struggle, and yet everything begins to move towards you. Money, opportunities, resources, they start to seek you out, drawn by the magnetic pull of your trusting alignment. Let this truth be illustrated by a story. The tale of Elias and the golden seed. Elias was a farmer whose land lay cracked and thirsty under a relentless sun. Year after year he toiled from dawn till dusk, his hands rough, his back bent, his brow furrowed with worry. His harvests were meager, barely enough to sustain him, let alone offer comfort or ease. He prayed, he worked harder, he tried new methods, but the earth remained stubborn, yielding little. Despair began to shadow his heart, whispering that perhaps this struggle was his only destiny. One scorching afternoon, while clearing yet another patch of stubborn, rocky soil, his worn shovel struck something different. Not a stone, but something. Small, smooth, and oddly warm. He knelt, brushing away the dust. There, nestled in the dry earth, lay a single seed. It was unlike any seed he had ever seen, perfectly round, with a faint internal glow, like captured sunlight. It pulsed with a gentle, almost imperceptible rhythm against his calloused palm. A strange feeling washed over Elias. Not the usual. Urged to rush, to plant it quickly and expectantly, demanding results through more toil. Instead, a deep sense of stillness settled upon him. An intuition, soft as a breeze, whispered a different instruction. Trust this seed. Plant it not with effort, but with faith. Water it not just with water, but with quiet belief. Heeding this inner knowing, Elias chose a small, sheltered spot near his humble cottage, a place often overlooked. He didn't plow aggressively or amend the soil with frantic additives. He simply loosened the earth gently, placed the golden seed within, and covered it tenderly. Each morning as the sun rose, he would go to the spot, not to check anxiously for sprouts, but to sit in quiet contemplation, sending feelings of trust and gratitude towards the hidden seed. He let go of his striving in the larger fields, focusing his inner energy on this quiet act of faith. He did essentially nothing by the world's standards of hard work for gain. Weeks passed. Then, one dawn, a tiny shoot emerged, not green, but a soft, shimmering gold. It grew steadily, not with the frantic speed of forced growth, but with a calm, assured grace. It became a sapling, its leaves like burnished metal, catching the sunlight in dazzling ways. Over time, it grew into a magnificent tree, unlike any other, its branches heavy not with ordinary fruit, but with luminous golden orbs that glowed with gentle warmth. Word of the miraculous tree spread. People came from far and wide, marveling, offering Elias fair trade for the golden fruit, resources, comforts, opportunities he had never dreamed of. Wealth flowed to him effortlessly. His life transformed, not because he worked harder, but because he had dared to trust the seed, the earth, and the unseen currents of the universe. He had stopped chasing and allowed abundance to find him. Elias learned that the greatest results often come not from doing more, but from aligning with the flow through quiet faith. He had accessed the principle of the cosmic wallet without even knowing its name. You too hold such seeds of potential within you. Your desires for abundance, for ease, for joy, these are the seeds. The cosmic wallet is the infinite, fertile ground. Your trust is the sunlight and the rain. Now let us anchor this understanding not just in the mind, but in the feeling body, in the energetic field where true manifestation begins. Let us perform our first simple ritual of alignment. Find your quiet space once more, perhaps the same place where you began this chapter. Settle into your seat, allowing your body to relax. Let your shoulders drop. Release any tension in your jaw. Allow your eyes to softly close. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. And as you exhale slowly through your mouth, release any lingering thoughts of striving or lack. Just let them drift away like clouds. Bring your awareness inward to the quiet space behind your eyes. Now gently, effortlessly, call to mind the image of the cosmic wallet. See it hanging in the infinite, velvety darkness of space above you. It might appear as a radiant, shimmering purse woven from moonlight, or perhaps a glowing orb of liquid. Gold light. See it vast, beautiful, and pulsating with a soft, warm energy, the energy of pure, unlimited potential. Observe it as it begins to open, slowly, generously, without any force. And from its luminous depths, a cascade begins. Perhaps you see it as shimmering golden light, flowing down like a gentle waterfall. Perhaps it's sparkling cosmic dust, swirling around you. Perhaps you hear the soft, melodic sound of countless golden coins falling like a gentle rain. Feel this energy, this essence of abundance, showering down upon you. Feel it landing softly on your head, your shoulders, your hands, your entire body. Imagine it soaking into your skin, filling every cell with warmth, peace, and a profound sense of security. Feel it pooling around your feet, grounding you in this energy of infinite supply. There is no need to reach out and grab, no need to struggle or hold on. Simply allow yourself to be bathed in this gentle golden shower. Breathe it in. Feel the deep, unwavering knowing that you are provided for, that abundance is your natural state. Let the feeling of wealth, of ease of security, permeate your being. Stay with this feeling for a few more moments, just breathing, just receiving, absorbing the reality of the cosmic wallet's generous flow. This is your connection, your alignment. You are simply opening to receive what is already yours by universal birthright. When you feel ready, take one more slow, deep breath, anchoring this feeling of peaceful abundance within you, and gently, slowly open your eyes, bringing this calm, certainty back into the room with you. Carry this feeling through your day. The cosmic wallet is not a distant fairy tale. It is a living, responsive reality within the universe. Its riches are accessible not through the sweat of anxious effort, but through the quiet, unwavering power of trust and alignment. Like Elias, you hold the golden seed of infinite potential within your heart. Water it with faith. Nurture it with belief. Allow the universe, in its perfect divine timing, to orchestrate the magnificent unfolding. In our next chapter, we will journey deeper into the space where this trust is cultivated, where the connection is strengthened. We will explore the fertile ground of sacred silence, the profound stillness where the whispers of the cosmic wallet become undeniably clear, guiding you effortlessly towards the riches that are already seeking you. Chapter 2. The power of sacred silence. In the heart of stillness, clarity is born. We spoke of the cosmic wallet, that infinite reservoir of abundance waiting to flow into your life. We learned that trust, not toil, is the key that unlocks its gates. But how do we cultivate this trust? How do we truly hear the guidance that leads us to receive? The answer lies in embracing the profound power of sacred silence. Imagine the universe as a vast, resonant chamber. Within it, countless frequencies vibrate: the hum of cities, the chatter of minds, the clamor of anxieties and ambitions. These noises often drown out the subtler, more profound frequencies, the whispers of intuition, the gentle call of opportunity, the resonant hum of the cosmic wallet itself. Sacred silence is not merely the absence of external noise. It is the intentional creation of inner space. It is the act of consciously tuning out the static of the everyday world to tune into the deeper currents of existence. In this quietude, your own inner frequency begins to clarify. Like a radio dial being turned slowly, you move away from the stations of stress and striving, and towards the frequency where abundance resides. The cosmic wallet operates on a vibration of peace, trust, and effortless flow. By entering sacred silence, you begin to harmonize with this vibration. You become receptive. Your inner ear attunes to the subtle messages, the intuitive nudges, the quiet inspirations that guide you towards prosperity. This isn't about emptying your mind completely, but rather allowing thoughts to drift by like clouds, without attachment, creating a space for deeper wisdom to surface. It's in this stillness that the solutions appear, the right connections are felt, and the path towards effortless receiving becomes clear. Doing nothing in this context means silencing the noise of fearful action and listening to the wisdom that arises from quiet presence. Consider the story of Lyra, the musician. Lyra possessed a rare gift for melody, her fingers dancing over the strings of her worn guitar, weaving tunes that could make hearts ache or soar. Yet fame and fortune remained elusive. She played in noisy taverns, competing with the clatter of glasses and loud conversations. She tried composing complex pieces, forcing intricate rhythms, striving to impress, to be noticed. But her music felt strained, her inspiration thin. Frustration mounted. She felt blocked, unheard, her gift unappreciated and unrewarded. The more she pushed, the more elusive success became. One day, feeling utterly depleted, she abandoned the bustling city and retreated to a small cabin beside a slow-moving, silent river. She put her guitar aside. She stopped trying to compose, stopped thinking about audiences or applause. She simply sat by the water's edge, day after day, listening, not to anything in particular, but to the silence itself. She heard the gentle lap of water against the bank, the rustle of leaves in the ancient trees, the distant call of a bird. She felt the stillness seep into her bones, quieting the frantic monologue in her mind. In this profound, sacred silence, something shifted. It wasn't a sudden lightning bolt of inspiration, but a gentle welling up from within. A simple, pure melody began to hum in her heart, a tune that felt less composed and more remembered. It flowed effortlessly, mirroring the peace she felt by the river. She picked up her guitar, not with ambition, but with quiet reverence, and let her fingers translate the inner melody into sound. The music that emerged was different. It was imbued with the stillness, the clarity, the peace she had found. It resonated with an authentic depth that her previous effort-filled compositions lacked. A passing traveler heard her playing, captivated by the unique, soul-stirring quality of the sound. Word spread, not through aggressive promotion, but through genuine enchantment. Opportunities arose organically. She was invited to play in quieter, more appreciative venues. Her music touched people deeply, and soon recognition and financial abundance flowed to her, not as a result of her struggle, but as a natural consequence of the authentic, resonant beauty born from silence. Lyra learned that true inspiration and the riches it brings arrives not when we shout, but when we listen. The space of sacred silence is available to you, always. It doesn't require a remote cabin. It can be found in moments stolen from a busy day. Let us now cultivate this space together. Find a comfortable position, seated or lying down. Gently close your eyes. Begin by noticing your breath, the natural rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. Don't try to change it, just observe it. Now, shift your awareness to the sounds around you. Acknowledge them without judgment. The hum of an appliance, distant traffic, the ticking of a clock. Let these sounds be part of your awareness, but don't focus intently on any single one. Imagine these sounds as waves on the surface of a deep ocean. Your attention now begins to sink beneath the surface, into the quiet depths. Deeper and deeper, below the surface activity, into the vast, silent space within you. As thoughts arise, as they inevitably will, simply notice them. See them as clouds drifting across the blue sky of your awareness. Don't follow them. Don't engage with them. Don't judge them. Gently return your focus to the stillness, to the feeling of quiet presence. In this inner quiet, become aware of a subtle energy, a gentle hum. Imagine this is the resonance of the cosmic wallet, the frequency of abundance. Don't strive to hear it loudly, just be open to sensing its presence. Feel it as a subtle vibration within your being, a feeling of peace, fullness, and potential. Spend the next 10 minutes simply resting in this space, letting go of doing, striving, thinking, just being in the silence. Allow yourself to tune into that gentle underlying hum of universal supply. Feel your own energy aligning with it, becoming calm, receptive, and open. This is your sanctuary, your tuning fork for attracting effortless abundance. When 10 minutes have passed, or when you feel ready, slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice the feeling of peace and clarity within you. Carry this feeling of inner quietude with you as you gently open your eyes. Make a commitment to spend 10 minutes in sacred silence each day. Treat it as a sacred appointment with the universe, a time to tune your inner radio to the frequency of the cosmic wallet. In this stillness, you will find the guidance, the inspiration, and the alignment necessary for riches to flow to you, not through frantic effort, but through quiet knowing and effortless receiving. Having found the power of silence to tune our frequency, we must next learn patience. For abundance unfolds not always on our schedule, but according to a rhythm grander than our own. In the next chapter, we delve into the wisdom of trusting divine timing. Chapter 3. Trusting divine timing. We have discovered the cosmic wallet, the infinite source of abundance, and learned that sacred silence attunes us to its frequency. Yet, even as we align, a question often arises in the human heart. When? When will my desires manifest? When will the riches arrive? This impatience, this need to control the timeline, can inadvertently recreate the very resistance we seek to dissolve. The next crucial step in allowing money to chase you is understanding and embracing divine timing. Imagine the universe as a master weaver, intricately threading together countless events, circumstances, and energies. Your desire for abundance is one thread, but it must be woven seamlessly into the larger tapestry for the most beautiful and sustainable pattern to emerge. Divine timing is the recognition that this cosmic weaving happens according to a rhythm and wisdom far beyond our limited perspective. It is the universe's perfect orchestration, ensuring that resources, opportunities, and manifestations arrive. Not necessarily when we demand them, but when all conditions are perfectly aligned for their arrival and our highest good. Forcing a timeline is like trying to pull a flower bud open before it's ready. You only damage the bloom. Similarly, demanding riches now, fueled by fear or impatience, sends a discordant vibration. It signals a lack of trust in the process, a subtle disbelief that the cosmic wallet truly provides. This creates friction, slowing down the very flow you desire. Trusting divine timing, however, is an act of profound surrender and faith. It's acknowledging that a higher intelligence is coordinating the details. It's relaxing into the knowing that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and it will arrive at the moment it serves you best, often in ways more wonderful than you could have planned. Patience, in this context, isn't passive waiting. It's active trust. It keeps your channel open, maintaining the clear, receptive frequency that allows the cosmic wallet to deliver its gifts gracefully and precisely when the moment is ripe. Let us consider the story of Kale, the merchant. Kale was a man driven by ambition. He traded spices and silks, traveling dusty roads, always seeking the next profitable deal. He worked relentlessly, analyzing markets, haggling fiercely, often missing sleep, fueled by the constant pressure to increase his wealth. Yet prosperity seemed to tease him. He'd make a small gain, only to suffer a loss elsewhere. He'd chase a promising venture, only for it to evaporate. His life was a whirlwind of effort, anxiety, and inconsistent results. He felt like he was running faster and faster, but staying in the same place financially. One evening, exhausted and disheartened in a quiet desert town, he encountered an old stargazer, a serene woman who spent her nights observing the celestial dance. He poured out his frustrations, his hard work, his elusive success. The stargazer listened patiently, her eyes reflecting the infinite patience of the night sky. "You chase the deals like a man chasing tumbleweeds in the wind," she said softly. "You try to force the seasons of fortune. But the stars, Kyle, they move with perfect, unhurried grace. The caravan arrives not when the impatient merchant demands, but when the path is clear and the time is right according to the celestial map. Trust the timing of the stars. Align your actions with their silent guidance, and the right opportunities will find you." Her words resonated deeply within Kale's weary soul. He decided to try a different approach. He ceased his frantic chasing. He spent time observing, listening, not just to market gossip, but to his own intuition, honed in moments of quiet contemplation that mirrored the stargazer's practice. He learned to wait for the right feeling, the inner nod, before making a move. He stopped forcing deals and started trusting that the right partnerships and trades would emerge when the universal currents aligned. It was a profound shift. At first, it felt like doing nothing, almost terrifyingly passive after years of striving. But slowly, things began to change. An unexpected partnership blossomed with a fellow merchant he met during a quiet pause in his travels. A rare shipment of goods became available precisely when he had the resources and insight to acquire it. Opportunities seemed to gravitate towards him, arriving with an ease and synchronicity he'd never known. His wealth grew steadily, solidly, without the desperate scramble. Kyle learned that true prosperity wasn't about forcing the market, but about aligning with the universe's perfect divine timing, allowing riches to flow to him at the appointed hour. Trusting divine timing requires releasing the need to control the when. It's about planting your seeds of intention, nurturing them with faith and aligned energy, and then allowing the universe to handle the harvest schedule. Let's solidify this trust with a simple practice. Find a piece of paper and a pen. Create a quiet, reflective space for yourself. Close your eyes for a moment, take a few calming breaths, and connect with the feeling of trust you've been cultivating. Now, write a letter to your future self, but this isn't a letter from your current, self-dictating desires. This is a letter as if written by your future self, perhaps 1 year from now, who is already living in the comfortable abundance you desire. Begin the letter with gratitude. For example, "Dear your name, I am writing to you from this beautiful place of peace and prosperity. I remember the path you were on, and I want to thank you for trusting the process." In the body of the letter, have your future self express gratitude to the universe, to the cosmic wallet, for delivering wealth and opportunities at the perfect time. Emphasize how things unfolded effortlessly, how unexpected synchronicities occurred, how patience paid off in ways you couldn't have imagined back then. Use phrases like, "Thank you, universe, for knowing the perfect moment," or "I'm so grateful that everything arrived in divine timing more wonderfully than I planned," or "Looking back, I see how necessary the waiting was, how it prepared me to receive." Focus on the feeling of relief, gratitude, and amazement at how perfectly everything worked out according to the universe's schedule, not your forced one. Describe the sense of ease and flow that now characterizes your financial life. End the letter with a reaffirmation of trust and love. Seal the letter without rereading it immediately. Place it somewhere safe and personal, perhaps with your silent intention from the previous chapter or in a dedicated journal. Let it be a time capsule of trust. This act reinforces your faith in divine timing on a subconscious level. It releases the pressure of when and anchors you in the certainty that abundance is unfolding perfectly. Whenever impatience arises, gently remind yourself of this letter, of the wisdom that knows the timing is always right. By embracing sacred silence, we tune our frequency. By trusting divine timing, we allow the universe to orchestrate the delivery. But what exactly is this frequency we need to tune into? In our next chapter, we explore the crucial step of raising your vibrational frequency to match the energy of the cosmic wallet. Chapter 4. Raising your vibrational frequency. We've journeyed into the silence and embraced the wisdom of divine timing. Now we arrive at a core principle underpinning the effortless attraction of riches: vibrational frequency. Everything in the universe, from the smallest particle to the grandest galaxy, is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. Thoughts, emotions, physical objects all possess a unique energetic signature. The cosmic wallet, being the source of infinite abundance, resonates at a very high, clear, and harmonious frequency, the frequency of joy, gratitude, peace, love, and unlimited supply. To receive gifts from the cosmic wallet effortlessly, your own energy field must resonate in harmony with it. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument. If your instrument is tuned to a low, discordant note representing frequencies of lack, fear, worry, or scarcity, it cannot harmonize with the high, clear note of abundance. You simply won't be on the same wavelength. Money and opportunities associated with that higher frequency might be all around you, but they won't easily stick or be drawn into your experience because your energy isn't a match. Raising your vibrational frequency means consciously cultivating thoughts, feelings, and states of being that align with the energy of abundance. This isn't about pretending or forcing positivity. It's about genuinely nurturing feelings of gratitude for what you already have, finding joy in simple pleasures, practicing kindness, immersing yourself in beauty, and holding a steady faith in the universe's benevolence. When you consistently cultivate these higher vibrational states, you become a vibrational match for the riches held within the cosmic wallet. You don't need to chase money anymore. Your elevated frequency acts like a powerful magnet, drawing opportunities, resources, and financial flow to you naturally and easily. You become resonant with prosperity itself. Let this be illuminated by the story of Elara, the potter. Elara lived in a small village, her hands perpetually dusted with clay. She shaped pots, bowls, and vases, items of simple utility. She worked hard, her brow often furrowed with the effort of making ends meet. Her pieces were functional, sturdy, but they lacked a certain spark. Sales were slow, barely covering her costs. She felt the familiar weight of financial struggle, comparing her modest workshop to others seemingly more successful. She focused on the need to sell, the pressure to produce, the worry about income. Her energy, though dedicated, was tinged with anxiety and a subtle feeling of not enough. One day, an elderly woman, known in the village for her quiet wisdom and radiant garden, visited Elara's workshop. She didn't comment on the sales or the technique. Instead, she gently touched a plain, unfinished bowl. "What do you feel when you shape the clay, dear Elara?" she asked softly. Elara paused, surprised. She usually felt the pressure, the deadline, the hope for a sale. The old woman smiled. "Try shaping it with love," she suggested. "Feel gratitude for the earth that gives the clay, joy for the water that makes it pliable, love for the form emerging beneath your hands. Pour your heart's light into it, not just your effort." Intrigued, Elara decided to try. The next morning, before starting, she sat quietly, breathing deeply, cultivating a feeling of gratitude for her craft, for the materials, for the simple act of creation. As she worked the clay, she consciously poured feelings of love, peace, and joy into it. She hummed softly. She focused on the beauty of the emerging shape, the smooth texture, the potential within the earth. She stopped worrying about sales and simply immersed herself in the loving act of creation. Something shifted. The pots and bowls she made that week seemed different. They possessed a subtle luminosity, a warmth, an inviting quality that went beyond their form. They seemed to hum with a quiet, joyful energy. When she placed them in her small display window, people were drawn to them in a new way. They didn't just see pottery. They felt something. Buyers came, not haggling over price, but expressing delight, drawn by the beautiful energy radiating from the pieces. Her income increased steadily, effortlessly. Elara discovered that by raising her own vibrational frequency through love and gratitude infused into her work, she had tuned her creations and herself to the frequency of abundance, drawing customers and prosperity like bees to a fragrant flower. Raising your vibrational frequency is an ongoing practice of cultivating inner harmony. Let's engage in a simple exercise to consciously tune your energy. Find a quiet moment to sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a few gentle breaths to center yourself. Imagine inside you, perhaps in your heart center or your solar plexus. There is an old-fashioned radio dial. This is your inner vibrational tuner. Right now, notice where the needle might be pointing. Perhaps it's hovering near stations labeled worry, stress, or lack. Acknowledge this without judgment. Now, consciously decide to change the station. In your mind's eye, reach out and gently turn the dial. As you turn it, scan past the lower frequency stations. Feel them fading away. Keep turning, slowly, deliberately. Begin to tune towards stations labeled gratitude, joy, peace, love, trust, appreciation. As you approach these higher frequency stations, imagine the static clearing. A beautiful, clear signal begins to emerge. Choose one high-frequency station, let's say gratitude. Tune into it fully. Allow the feeling of gratitude to wash over you. Think of something, anything, you are genuinely grateful for right now. The breath in your lungs, the roof over your head, a kind word someone shared, the beauty of nature outside your window. Let that feeling expand within you, warm and bright. Now imagine this is the frequency of the cosmic wallet. Feel your entire being beginning to resonate with this frequency. Visualize your energy field lighting up, vibrating in harmony with this clear, bright signal of gratitude and abundance. Feel the hum of wealth, not as frantic energy, but as a deep, peaceful, joyful resonance flowing through you. Stay tuned to this station for a few minutes, simply basking in the feeling. Know that by doing this, you are actively raising your vibrational frequency, becoming a match for the blessings waiting to flow to you. You are aligning with the cosmic wallet. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this elevated frequency with you. Practice tuning your inner radio throughout the day. When you catch yourself dwelling on lack or worry, gently nudge the dial back towards gratitude, joy, or peace. The more consistently you resonate at this higher frequency, the more effortlessly abundance will be drawn into your experience. We have learned to tune our frequency, but even with the right tuning, static can interfere. What creates this static? Resistance. In the next chapter, we will explore the art of non-resistance, learning how to allow the flow without obstruction. Chapter 5. The art of non-resistance. We stand at the threshold of truly effortless receiving. We've unveiled the cosmic wallet, tuned ourselves through sacred silence, embraced divine timing, and begun raising our vibrational frequency. Yet, there's one final barrier that can subtly dam the flow of abundance, even when we understand the principles: resistance. Mastering the art of non-resistance is paramount to allowing riches to chase you. Resistance in this context encompasses all the ways we push against the natural flow of universal energy. It manifests as doubt. Will this really work? Fear, what if I lose everything? Worry, there's never enough money. Trying to control outcomes, it has to happen exactly this way. Or holding on to rigid beliefs about how money must be earned, usually through struggle and hard labor. These resistant thoughts and emotions act like energetic kinks in a hose, constricting the flow of abundance from the cosmic wallet. Even if the source is infinitely generous, resistance prevents the full measure from reaching you. Non-resistance is the conscious choice to release this tension. It is the practice of allowing, surrendering, and trusting the flow of life, even when circumstances seem challenging or uncertain. It doesn't mean becoming passive or complacent in a negative situation. Rather, it means releasing the inner struggle against what is. It's accepting the present moment without judgment and trusting that the universe is always working for your highest good, even if the path isn't immediately clear. When you practice non-resistance, you dissolve the energetic dams. You smooth out the kinks in the hose. You signal to the universe, I trust you completely. I am open to receiving in expected and unexpected ways. This state of allowing creates a powerful vacuum, drawing abundance towards you effortlessly. It's the ultimate state of doing nothing that yields everything. Because you cease fighting the current and instead allow it to carry you towards your desired destination. Consider the journey of Finian, the sailor. Finian was a skilled navigator, his small boat his only prized possession and source of income, ferrying goods between coastal villages. He knew the winds and tides, but he often fought against them, trying to force his schedule, pushing his boat through choppy seas and unfavorable currents to meet self-imposed deadlines or chase fleeting market advantages. His knuckles were often white on the tiller, his jaw set against the elements. This constant struggle left him exhausted, his boat battered, and his profits marginal. He believed that mastery meant conquering the sea, imposing his will upon it. One day, a fierce, unexpected storm blew in. Towering waves crashed over his deck, winds tore at his sail. Finian fought with all his might, desperately trying to steer against the tempest, attempting to maintain his intended course. He battled the waves, cursed the wind, his muscles straining, his fear mounting. The more he fought, the more perilous his situation became. His boat groaned under the strain. He was losing the battle. In a moment of utter exhaustion and despair, something within him surrendered. He couldn't fight anymore. He released his death grip on the tiller. He stopped trying to force the boat against the storm's fury. He simply let go. He allowed the boat to be carried by the powerful current, trusting in that moment of surrender that perhaps the storm knew a way better than he did. The boat, no longer fighting the immense power of the waves, rode them more smoothly. The violent pitching eased. The current, though strong, carried him swiftly but surely away from the storm's epicenter. Hours later, as the skies cleared, Finian found himself washed ashore in a sheltered cove he had never seen before. On the beach lay wreckage from a larger merchant ship caught in the same storm. Valuable cargo lay scattered, salvageable. Furthermore, the cove opened onto a prosperous, hidden port town desperately in need of a reliable boatman to connect them with other villages. By ceasing his resistance, by surrendering to the power far greater than his own, Finian was carried not to disaster, but to unforeseen safety and immense opportunity. He learned that true power often lies not in fighting the current, but in skillfully allowing it to guide you. Practicing non-resistance starts with becoming aware of where you hold tension regarding money and abundance. Let's engage in a simple exercise to release that resistance. Sit quietly and close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to settle. Bring to mind one specific worry or negative belief you hold about money. Perhaps it's the thought, "I'll never have enough," or "making money is always hard," or "I don't deserve wealth." Choose one that feels prominent for you right now. Acknowledge this thought or feeling. Notice how it feels in your body. Is there tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, tension in your shoulders? This physical sensation is the embodiment of resistance. Now, instead of fighting this feeling or pushing the thought away, simply allow it to be there for a moment. Observe it without judgment, like watching a dark cloud in the sky. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, consciously release the struggle against this thought or feeling. Imagine you are loosening your energetic grip on it. You don't have to make it disappear instantly. Just stop fighting it. Silently or aloud, make an affirmation of trust and surrender. You might say, "I acknowledge this fear, doubt, belief about money. I now choose to release my resistance to it. I trust the universal flow. I trust that the cosmic wallet provides for me in perfect ways. I allow abundance to flow to me easily and effortlessly." Visualize the physical tension associated with that worry gently dissolving. Imagine the knot untying, the tightness releasing. See the dark cloud drifting away, revealing clear blue sky beneath. Feel the sense of relief, however small, that comes with letting go of the struggle. Rest in this feeling of openness and allowance for a few moments. Know that in this state of non-resistance, you are opening the floodgates for the cosmic wallet. Repeat this process whenever you notice resistance arising around financial matters. Each time you consciously choose non-resistance, you strengthen your connection to the effortless flow of abundance. This completes our awakening. We understand the cosmic wallet, the power of silence, the wisdom of timing, the necessity of vibrational alignment, and the art of non-resistance. We have laid the foundation. Now it is time to move from understanding to deliberate creation. In part 2, we will begin activating our connection, taking simple, powerful steps to align ourselves consciously with the riches that await. Our first step, setting silent intentions. Part 2, activating, aligning with the cosmic wallet. Chapter 6, setting silent intentions. We have awakened to the principles governing the flow of abundance from the cosmic wallet. Now we move into conscious activation. This isn't about reverting to forceful striving, but about gently, deliberately directing the flow using the subtle power of our inner world. The first step in this activation is setting silent intentions. An intention is a focused desire, a clear signal sent out into the universe about what you wish to experience or receive. However, in the context of aligning with the cosmic wallet and allowing riches to chase you, the way you set the intention is crucial. Many traditional approaches involve loudly proclaiming goals, visualizing intensely, or constantly affirming desires. While these can have their place, the path of effortless receiving often benefits from a quieter, more sacred approach. Silent intentions are desires held deeply within your heart, whispered only to the universe and your own soul. They are not shouted from the rooftops or constantly discussed with others. Why silent? Because speaking desires aloud, especially when rooted in a place of lack or impatience, can sometimes dissipate their energy or invite doubt from yourself or others. Holding an intention silently, treating it as a sacred secret between you and the cosmos, imbues it with a focused, potent energy. It fosters a deeper sense of trust, implying that you don't need external validation or constant vocal reinforcement because you know the universe has heard and is responding. This quiet confidence, this inner knowing, aligns perfectly with the frequency of the cosmic wallet. It's like planting a precious seed in fertile ground and trusting it to grow without constantly digging it up to check its progress. The silence amplifies the magnetic power of your focused desire. Let the story of Ren, the poet, illustrate this subtle power. Ren lived in a bustling city, his heart filled with verses but his pockets often empty. He dreamed of a life where his poetry could sustain him, allowing him the freedom to write without the constant pressure of mundane jobs. He tried traditional methods, submitting poems widely, performing at noisy open mic nights, networking aggressively. He spoke often of his desire for recognition and financial success through his art. Yet, his efforts yielded little more than polite rejections and fleeting applause. The more he pushed his words outward, the more the dream seemed to recede. His spoken desires felt scattered, diluted by the world's noise and his own underlying anxiety. Discouraged, Ren stumbled upon an old, forgotten book of mystical practices. It spoke of the power of secrets, of intentions held close to the heart, like embers glowing in the dark. Intrigued, he decided to change his approach. He found a quiet, hidden nook in a city park, a place where ancient trees filtered the sunlight and the city's roar softened to a distant hum. There, in the stillness, Ren didn't write poems for publication. Instead, he took a small, beautiful notebook he kept just for this purpose. In it, he penned secret verses, not of longing or lack, but of gratitude for the abundant life he intended to live. He wrote short, heartfelt lines, affirming his reality as a poet, whose words flowed effortlessly and brought him sustainable joy and prosperity. He described the feeling of financial ease, the quiet satisfaction of his craft being valued. He wrote, "These not as pleas, but as statements of being." He never showed this notebook to anyone. He never spoke of these specific sacred intentions. They were his silent covenant with the universe. He continued his other work, but his inner focus shifted. He carried the feeling of his silent intentions within him. A subtle change began. A small, independent bookstore owner stumbled upon one of his older, previously ignored poems online and felt an inexplicable connection. She offered him a small space to read, not a noisy stage, but an intimate gathering. His quietly confident presence, imbued with his secret knowing, resonated with the audience. Someone present worked for a cultural foundation and was captivated. Opportunities began to unfold organically, naturally. A commission for a series of poems, an invitation to a prestigious writer's retreat, the publication of a collection that found surprising success. Wealth flowed to Wren, not through his outward striving, but drawn by the potent, focused magnetism of the intentions he held silently, sacredly within his heart, nurtured in his hidden nook. Setting your own silent intention is a deeply personal and powerful act. Let's create that sacred space now. Find a quiet time and place where you won't be disturbed. You might light a candle or simply sit in stillness. Have a special notebook or a single piece of paper ready, something you can keep private, and perhaps designate solely for this purpose. Close your eyes and connect with the feeling of the cosmic wallet, the sense of infinite supply and trust you've been cultivating. Feel gratitude for the abundance already present in your life, however small it may seem. Now bring to mind your core desire related to riches or abundance. What is the essence of what you truly seek? Is it financial freedom, ease, security, the ability to pursue a passion? Try to distill it into a simple, positive statement in the present tense, as if it is already true. Avoid vagueness, but also avoid overly specific details that might limit the universe's creativity. Focus on the feeling and the essence. For example, instead of, "I want $10,000 by next Tuesday," perhaps frame it as, "Riches flow to me easily and effortlessly," or "I am financially free and joyfully sustained," or "My life is filled with abundant comfort and ease." Choose one single clear affirmation that resonates deeply with you right now. Open your eyes and with a sense of reverence, write this affirmation down in your special notebook or on your piece of paper. Write it slowly, deliberately, feeling the truth of the words as you form the letters. Once written, read it silently to yourself one time, letting the feeling sink into your heart. Then close the notebook or fold the paper. Place it somewhere sacred and private, perhaps under your pillow, in a special box, or near your talisman, which we will discuss later. This is your silent intention. Resist the urge to constantly check it, repeat it obsessively, or talk about it. Its power lies in its quiet, focused energy and your unwavering trust. Simply carry the feeling of this intention fulfilled within you as you go about your day. Trust that the universe received the signal clearly and is already orchestrating the manifestation in divine timing. Let your silent intention be the anchor that draws the resources of the cosmic wallet towards you. With our silent intention set like a gentle yet powerful magnet, we now need to shape the energy field around it. How do we give form to the unseen? Through the boundless realm of imagination. In the next chapter, we explore painting with imagination. Chapter 7. Painting with imagination. Our silent intention acts as a focused beacon, signaling our desire to the cosmic wallet. Now we must give this intention energetic substance, shape, and feeling. We do this through the remarkable faculty of imagination. Imagination is not mere daydreaming. It is the workshop of the mind, the canvas upon which we paint the reality we wish to experience before it manifests externally. When used consciously and infused with feeling, imagination becomes a powerful tool for drawing the treasures of the cosmic wallet into our lives. The universe responds not just to thoughts, but primarily to feelings and vibrational states. When you vividly imagine yourself already living in abundance, feeling the joy, the security, the freedom that riches bring, you are generating the precise vibrational frequency that matches your desire. You are essentially creating an energetic blueprint, a mold that the universe rushes to fill. This isn't about forcing a mental image, but about playfully and joyfully immersing yourself in the feeling of your desire fulfilled. What would it feel like to have no financial worries? What sensations arise when you imagine easily affording experiences you desire? What is the emotional texture of generosity when you have more than enough to share? By painting these scenes and feelings with your imagination, you align your energy field with the reality you are calling forth, making its manifestation inevitable according to divine timing. You are actively shaping the unseen, preparing the energetic space for the cosmic wallet's flow to materialize. Let's witness the magic of imagination through the story of Matteo, the street artist. Matteo created beautiful chalk drawings on city sidewalks. Passers-by would often stop to admire his ephemeral masterpieces, tossing a few coins into his hat. He was passionate about his art, but his income was precarious, dependent on weather and fleeting generosity. He lived modestly, often worrying about rent and supplies. He dreamed of a more stable, abundant life, perhaps a studio, gallery representation, a way to share his art more widely and be comfortably compensated. Yet the dream felt distant, almost impossible from his vantage point on the pavement. One evening, sheltering from the rain under an awning, he found a discarded art magazine. Inside were pictures of lavish art galleries, beautiful studios bathed in natural light, and articles about successful artists living comfortable, creative lives. Instead of feeling envy or despair, Matteo felt a flicker of inspiration. He decided to use his own primary tool, visual creation, in a new way. Each night, before sleeping, Matteo didn't just wish for a better life. He began to paint it vividly, in his mind. He closed his eyes and imagined himself not on the cold sidewalk, but standing in a bright, spacious studio. He felt the warmth of the sun streaming through large windows. He smelled the faint scent of paint and canvas. He saw his vibrant artwork hanging on clean white walls. He imagined collectors admiring his pieces, checks being written easily and generously. He didn't just see these scenes, he felt them. He felt the pride, the joy, the deep sense of security and creative fulfillment. He felt the smooth texture of a paintbrush handle, the satisfying weight of a full wallet, the warmth of appreciative smiles. He immersed himself in this imagined reality, letting the positive feelings saturate his being. He continued his chalk art during the day, but his inner state had shifted. He carried the feeling of his imagined success with him. His street art seemed to gain a new vibrancy, reflecting his inner vision. One afternoon, a woman who owned a small but influential art gallery happened to walk by. She was stopped, not just by the chalk drawing itself, but by the radiant, confident energy Matteo exuded. She saw beyond the pavement to the artist within. Intrigued, she struck up a conversation. She was captivated by his vision, his passion, which now felt tangible. She offered him a small exhibition space in her gallery. The show was a surprising success. His unique story and vibrant work attracted attention. Sales followed, and soon Matteo found himself living the reality he had so vividly painted in his imagination. studio, representation, and financial ease flowing directly from his art. His consistent, feeling-rich imagination had created the energetic template that the universe joyfully filled. Your imagination is your private studio for creating abundance. Let's engage in a brief practice to begin painting your desired reality. Find a comfortable, quiet space where you can relax undisturbed for about 5 minutes. Close your eyes and take a few deep, calming breaths. Let go of the day's concerns. Bring your silent intention gently to mind. Now begin to paint a scene in your imagination where this intention is fully realized. Don't just see it, step into it. Engage all your senses. If your intention is financial freedom, what does that look like for you? Perhaps you see yourself checking your bank account online and feeling a calm sense of security at the healthy balance. Feel the smoothness of your phone screen. See the numbers clearly. What emotion arises? Peace, relief, joy. Amplify that feeling. Perhaps you imagine yourself traveling somewhere you've always dreamed of going. Feel the sun on your skin. Hear the sounds of the new place. Taste the local food. Feel the exhilaration and freedom knowing it's easily affordable. Maybe you picture yourself generously treating loved ones or contributing to a cause you care about. Feel the warmth in your heart, the joy of giving freely without worry. See the smiles on their faces. Choose one specific scene that represents your desire fulfilled. Make it vivid. Add color, sound, texture, scent. Most importantly, focus on the feelings. What does it feel like to be living this abundant reality? Let those feelings, joy, peace, security, freedom, gratitude, fill you up. Immerse yourself completely in this imagined scene for the full 5 minutes. Believe it is real in this moment. When your time is up, take a deep breath, hold on to the positive feelings, and slowly open your eyes. Carry the afterglow of this imagined reality with you. Practice this visualization daily, perhaps in the morning or before sleep. Treat it as a joyful act of creation, not a chore. The more you playfully and feelingly engage your imagination, the more powerfully you shape the energetic blueprint for the cosmic wallet to manifest your riches. Having set our silent intention and painted it with imagination, there is a crucial element that amplifies the entire process, unlocking the very heart of the cosmic wallet. In our next chapter, we discover the key of gratitude. Chapter 8. The key of gratitude. We are weaving a powerful tapestry of alignment. We've set our silent intentions and painted our desires with vivid imagination. Now we introduce the master element, the golden thread that illuminates the entire design and accelerates the manifestation process: gratitude. Gratitude is not merely polite thanks. It is a profound, energetic state, a key that unlocks the very heart of the cosmic wallet and amplifies the flow of riches into your life. Think of the universe as inherently generous, constantly seeking avenues through which to express its abundance. Gratitude is the signal that says, yes, I see the abundance already present. I acknowledge the gifts. I am open and ready for more. It shifts your focus from lack to plenty, instantly raising your vibrational frequency. When you genuinely appreciate what you already have, no matter how small it may seem, the roof over your head, the food you eat, a supportive friend, the ability to breathe, you align yourself with the energy of sufficiency. This feeling of enoughness paradoxically creates the energetic space for more to flow in. The cosmic wallet resonates deeply with appreciation. It's as if gratitude opens specific channels, widening the pathways for blessings to reach you. Complaining or focusing on what's missing constricts those channels. Gratitude throws them wide open. It acknowledges the universal law that like appreciating abundance attracts more abundance. Furthermore, expressing gratitude for riches before they fully manifest is an act of powerful faith. It signals to the universe that you trust divine timing and believe implicitly in the eventual arrival of your desires, as painted by your imagination. This gratitude in advance dissolves doubt and resistance, reinforcing your silent intention and accelerating its journey into physical reality. It is perhaps the most potent state to maintain as you do nothing in terms of struggle, allowing money to chase you. Let the story of Maeve, the gardener, blossom in your mind. Maeve cultivated a small plot of land behind her simple cottage. It wasn't grand, just a few rows of vegetables and herbs, and a patch of hardy flowers. Money was often tight, and she sometimes looked with envy at the larger, more prosperous farms in the valley. She worked diligently, but often felt a sense of scarcity, worrying if her small harvest would be enough. Her focus was frequently on what her garden lacked, the pests that troubled it, the yields that weren't large enough. One season, inspired by a visiting herbalist who spoke of the spirit in all living things, Maeve decided to approach her gardening differently. She began each morning not by immediately weeding or worrying, but by walking through her modest plot and expressing genuine gratitude. She thanked the soil for its nourishment, the sun for its warmth, the rain for its life-giving water. She thanked each tiny sprout for its courage in reaching for the light. She expressed appreciation for the sturdy stems of her tomato plants, the vibrant color of her zinnias, the fragrance of her basil, even if the harvest wasn't yet bountiful. She thanked the bees for their pollination, the worms for aerating the soil. Her focus shifted entirely from lack to appreciation of the life force present in her small garden. She started thanking the universe in advance for the abundance she knew her garden was capable of producing, feeling gratitude for the future. Harvest, as if it were already gathered. This wasn't a chore. It became a joyful ritual, filling her heart with warmth and connection to the earth. A remarkable change occurred. Her plants seemed to respond to this energy. They grew stronger, healthier, more vibrant than ever before. Her small plot yielded an unexpectedly bountiful harvest, far exceeding previous years. Neighbors marveled at the quality and abundance coming from such a small space. They began asking to buy her vegetables and herbs, praising their exceptional flavor and vitality. Soon, Maeve had a thriving little business, born not from expanding her land or working harder, but from cultivating a deep, consistent state of gratitude. Her thankful heart had aligned her with the earth's natural generosity, unlocking a flow of prosperity she hadn't thought possible from her humble garden. Gratitude became her key to the earth's and the universe's abundance. Integrating gratitude into your daily life is simple yet profoundly transformative. Let's practice together now. Take a moment to be still. Close your eyes if you wish. Bring your awareness to your breath. Now think of 3 things related to money or abundance, no matter how small, for which you are genuinely grateful right now. Perhaps it's the coins in your pocket, enough to buy a coffee. Perhaps it's a skill you possess that could potentially earn income. Perhaps it's a past financial blessing you received. Perhaps it's simply the concept of money as energy exchange. Or maybe it's gratitude for the roof over your head, paid for by past earnings, or the clothes you wear. Don't strain or force it. Find 3 simple things. Hold each one in your mind for a moment and truly feel the appreciation. Let the warmth of gratitude spread through your body. Acknowledge this existing abundance. Next, bring your silent intention or your imagined scene of future prosperity to mind. Now express gratitude for it as if it has already happened. Feel the genuine appreciation for the financial ease, the opportunities, the answered desires. Say silently or aloud, "Thank you, universe, for the abundant flow of riches already manifest. In my life, I am so grateful for this ease and security. Feel the relief and joy of its arrival. Make it a daily practice to consciously list 3 things you are grateful for related to your current financial situation, and to express gratitude for your desired abundance as if it's already here. You can write them down, speak them aloud upon waking, or reflect on them silently before sleep. Consistency is key. This simple act of gratitude is like tuning your energetic receiver to the highest possible frequency of reception. It assures the cosmic wallet that you are open, appreciative, and ready for the continued flow. It is the golden key that turns effortlessly in the lock of abundance. As we cultivate gratitude, it can be helpful to have a physical reminder of our connection to the flow, something tangible to anchor our trust. In the next chapter, we will explore the power of crafting a talisman. Chapter 9. Crafting a talisman. We've set our silent intention, painted it with imagination, and unlocked the flow with gratitude. To further solidify our connection and provide a constant, tangible reminder of our alignment with the cosmic wallet, we now explore the ancient practice of crafting a talisman. A talisman, in this context, is not necessarily a magical object, imbued with external power, but rather a personal, physical anchor for your own intention and belief. It's a chosen item that you consciously designate as a symbol of your connection to the infinite abundance of the universe, a reminder of your trust in the flow, and a touchstone for your desired state of being. Its power comes not from the object itself, but from the focused energy, belief, and intention you invest in it. Holding or seeing your talisman can instantly bring you back to the feelings of trust, gratitude, and non-resistance, reinforcing your alignment with the cosmic wallet, especially during moments when doubt or worry might creep in. It acts as a silent ally, a discreet prompt whispering, "Remember the flow, remember your connection, trust." It helps maintain the subtle energetic state required for effortless receiving throughout your day. The key is choosing something that feels meaningful to you. It doesn't need to be expensive or elaborate. Its significance lies in the personal connection and the conscious designation you give it. It could be a smooth stone found on a walk, a coin from a special year or place, a small crystal, a piece of jewelry, a feather, or even a simple, self-drawn symbol kept in your wallet. The act of choosing and designating the object infuses it with your focused intention. Consider the story of Silas, the jeweler. Silas was a craftsman of intricate jewelry, his skills honed over many years. Yet, his business struggled. He poured hours into complex designs, hoping their artistry would command high prices, but sales were inconsistent and financial pressure was a constant companion. He focused on the scarcity of wealthy clients, the competition, the rising cost of materials. His workshop, though filled with potential beauty, felt heavy with unspoken anxiety. One day, while sorting through discarded metal scraps, a simple, unadorned band of polished silver caught his eye. It was plain, almost overlooked. On an impulse, driven by a quiet inner nudge rather than calculated thought, Silas decided not to melt it down. Instead, he held the simple ring in his hand and made a silent pact with it and with the universe. He designated this unassuming band as his personal talisman, a symbol of his trust in the flow of abundance, a reminder that true value wasn't just in complexity or price, but in authentic connection and flow. He decided to wear it on a cord, round his neck, hidden beneath his shirt. He didn't tell anyone about it. It was his private anchor. Whenever feelings of worry about sales or competition arose, he would discreetly touch the smooth, cool metal of the ring. This simple physical act served as an instant reminder: trust the flow, release resistance, align with the cosmic wallet. It helped him shift his focus from lack back to the joy of creation, back to gratitude for his skills, back to the feeling of abundance he was cultivating within. Slowly, subtly, things began to change. Silas found himself drawn to simpler, more elegant designs that seemed to flow effortlessly from his hands. He infused his work not with desperate striving for sales, but with the calm, centered energy anchored by his talisman. Customers began to respond differently. They spoke of the unique feeling, the peaceful energy his pieces seemed to possess. They were drawn less by ostentation and more by the quiet, authentic beauty. His reputation grew organically. Commissions increased. Prosperity flowed to his workshop, not because he chased it more aggressively, but because he had found an inner anchor, a talisman that constantly reminded him to stay aligned with the effortless abundance symbolized by the simple silver band. Now, let's guide you in choosing or creating your own personal talisman for abundance. Take some time for quiet reflection. What object feels resonant with the energy of abundance, trust, and flow for you? Perhaps it's something from nature, a smooth river stone symbolizing flow, a small clear quartz crystal symbolizing clarity and amplification, a seed pod symbolizing potential, a feather symbolizing lightness and freedom. Perhaps it's a coin, one you found unexpectedly, one from a prosperous time in your life, or one from a country you dream of visiting. Perhaps it's something you already own, a piece of jewelry that feels special, a small figurine, even a particularly beautiful button. Or you might choose to create something simple. Draw a symbol that represents abundance to you, like a spiral, a circle, or a stylized wave, on a small piece of cardstock or wood. The object itself matters less than the meaning you assign to it. Choose something that feels good to hold, something you can easily keep with you or place somewhere you'll see it often. Once you have chosen your object, find a quiet moment. Hold it in your hands. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths, connecting with the feelings of trust, gratitude, and alignment with the cosmic wallet. Now, mentally or verbally, dedicate this object as your talisman. You might say something like, I designate this name of object as my personal talisman of abundance. It is a symbol of my connection to the infinite flow of the cosmic wallet. It reminds me to trust, to allow, and to remain in a state of grateful receiving. Whenever I touch or see it, I am instantly realigned with my prosperous truth. Feel the energy of your intention flowing into the object. Visualize it glowing softly with the light of abundance. Carry this talisman with you in your pocket or purse. Wear it or place it on your desk, near your bed, or by the space where you practice your silent intentions or visualizations. Let it be your discreet, constant reminder to stay anchored in the frequency of effortless receiving. When you touch it, take a conscious breath and reconnect with the feeling of trust and flow. With our silent intentions set, our imagination engaged, our gratitude flowing, and our talisman grounding us, we are deeply activating our connection. But there's one more layer, learning to directly sense the energy of wealth itself. In the next chapter, we explore feeling the pulse of abundance. Chapter 10. Feeling the pulse of abundance. We have diligently laid the groundwork for activating our connection to the cosmic wallet. We've set intentions, visualized, expressed gratitude, and anchored our belief with a talisman. Now we refine our sensitivity further by learning to directly feel the pulse of abundance. This involves tuning into the subtle, energetic sensation of wealth and prosperity, not just as a concept or an image, but as a tangible feeling within. Our own being, everything is energy, including money. While physical currency is dense, the essence of abundance, the energy of flow, security, opportunity, and potential has a distinct vibrational quality. Learning to recognize and cultivate this feeling within yourself is a powerful way to align with the cosmic wallet. When you can generate the feeling of abundance internally, independent of your current external circumstances, you become a powerful magnet for its physical manifestation. The universe responds to your dominant vibration. Feeling wealthy attracts wealth. This isn't about pretending. It's about accessing the innate truth that, as part of an abundant universe, the potential for wealth already resides within you. By consciously feeling this pulse, you activate that potential and draw its reflection into your external reality. It's like learning to recognize a specific musical note by its feel, allowing you to harmonize with it whenever you choose. Let the story of Anya the dancer move you. Anya danced in the town square, her movements fluid and expressive. She loved to dance, pouring her soul into every step, but her earnings were meager, often just a handful of coins tossed by appreciative onlookers. She dreamed of dancing on a real stage, of having costumes that shimmered, of living without the constant worry about making rent. She felt the passion for her art, but her underlying energy often vibrated with scarcity and the feeling of not quite enough. One afternoon, watching children playfully tossing imaginary coins into a fountain, making wishes, a thought sparked within her. What if abundance wasn't just something out there to be earned, but an energy she could feel and embody now? She began a new practice. Before dancing in the square, and again before sleep, she would sit quietly. She would close her eyes and imagine holding a single perfect gold coin in her hand. She wouldn't just see it, she would focus entirely on its feeling. She imagined its surprising weight, its coolness turning warm against her skin, the smooth, intricate details of its surface under her fingertips. Then she would imagine that single coin magically multiplying in her hands, becoming 2, then 4, then a whole cascade of shimmering gold, filling her lap, warm, heavy, and abundant. She focused solely on the sensation, the weight, the warmth, the feeling of immense, effortless plenty right there in her physical presence. She let this feeling of tangible wealth soak into her being. She carried this feeling, this inner pulse of abundance, into her dance. Her movements took on a new quality, not just passionate, but also confident, graceful, imbued with an unspoken sense of richness and self-worth. She danced not for money, but from a place of inner abundance. People noticed the change. Her presence was more captivating, magnetic. Her energy seemed to radiate a certain glow. Patrons began to approach her after her performances, not just tossing coins, but offering opportunities, invitations to perform at private events, festivals, even a small local theatre. Financial support flowed to her with increasing ease. Anya discovered that by learning to feel the pulse of abundance within herself, she had magnetized its physical expression into her life through the resonant power of her dance. You, too, can learn to feel this pulse. Let's practice cultivating the sensation of abundance right now. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and take a few grounding breaths. Let go of any tension. Bring your hands gently together in your lap, or rest them palms up on your knees. Now imagine placing a single, beautiful, imaginary coin in the palm of one hand. Focus all your sensory awareness on this imaginary coin. What does it feel like? Is it heavy or light, cool or warm, smooth or textured? Imagine turning it over in your palm, feeling its edges, its details. Make the sensation as real as possible in your mind's felt sense. Now imagine this coin begins to feel warm, radiating a gentle, pleasant energy. Feel that warmth spreading through your hand, up your arm, into your body. This is the feeling of potential, the energy of supply. Next, imagine that coin effortlessly duplicates itself. Now there are 2 coins in your palm. Feel the slight increase in weight, the doubled warmth. Then imagine them multiplying again, 4, 8, 16, until Your hands feel pleasantly full and heavy with these warm, radiant coins. Don't visualize frantically. Focus on the feeling, the growing weight, the expanding warmth, the undeniable sensation of plenty right there in your physical grasp. Let this feeling of tangible, warm, heavy abundance expand from your hands throughout your entire body. Feel it filling your chest, your belly, your legs, your feet. Imagine your whole being gently pulsing with this warm, golden energy of wealth. This is the pulse of abundance. Rest in this feeling for a few minutes. Savor the sensation of having more than enough, the feeling of effortless supply circulating within you. Know that this feeling is real on an energetic level, and by cultivating it, you are tuning your entire system to attract its physical counterpart. When you are ready, gently release the visualization, but hold on to the feeling. Open your eyes, carrying this inner sensation of abundance with you. Practice this exercise regularly, especially when feelings of lack arise. By learning to generate the feeling of wealth within, you activate the magnetic force that draws riches from the cosmic wallet directly to you. This completes part 2. We have activated our connection through silent intention, imagination, gratitude, our talisman, and feeling the pulse of abundance. We are now primed for the final stage of mastery. In part 3, we transition from activating to becoming, embodying the state of abundance so fully that riches naturally gravitate towards us. Our first step, living the abundant life. Part 3, becoming, embodying the cosmic wallet, Chapter 11. Living the abundant life, we stand at the threshold of mastery. Having awakened to the cosmic wallet and activated our connection through inner practices, we now enter the phase of becoming. This is where we integrate our understanding and practices into our very way of being. It's about shifting from seeking abundance to embodying it. The first powerful step in this embodiment is consciously living the abundant life, acting, thinking, and feeling as if the riches you desire are already yours. This principle operates on the universal law of as within, so without. The universe acts as a mirror, reflecting back to you the dominant state of your being. When you consistently act, feel, and make choices from a place of assumed abundance, you send an incredibly powerful signal to the cosmic wallet. You are declaring, through your actions and demeanor, that wealth is your natural state. This isn't about reckless spending or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about subtle shifts in behavior and mindset that align with a feeling of prosperity, ease, and self-worth, regardless of your current bank balance. It's choosing quality over quantity where possible, savoring small luxuries, carrying yourself with confidence, making decisions from a place of sufficiency rather than scarcity, and treating yourself and your possessions with respect. By acting as if, you begin to close the energetic gap between your current reality and your desired reality. The universe observes your embodiment of abundance and rushes to match it with corresponding external circumstances. You become a living magnet for the very riches you are portraying. Consider the story of Julian, the actor. Julian was a talented but struggling actor, often typecast in minor roles portraying downtrodden or insecure characters. Off-stage, his life mirrored these roles. He lived in a cramped apartment, wore threadbare clothes, and carried an air of hopeful anxiety. He auditioned constantly, hoping for a breakthrough role, a chance to play someone confident, successful, wealthy, the kind of life he dreamed of. His reality felt far removed from the prosperity he craved. Then, Julian landed a challenging role in a small independent play. He was cast as a charismatic, effortlessly wealthy philanthropist. To prepare, he immersed himself not just in the lines but in the essence of the character. He observed how wealthy, confident people carried themselves, their posture, their ease, their way of speaking. He started incorporating these subtle mannerisms into his daily life, even when not rehearsing. He began dressing a little more carefully, choosing the best of his modest wardrobe and wearing it with newfound confidence. He started frequenting places, even just for a coffee, that had an atmosphere of quiet elegance, simply to absorb the feeling. He practiced walking with a more assured stride, speaking with greater clarity and calm. He started making small, symbolic, abundant choices. Instead of gulping down cheap coffee, he'd occasionally buy one excellent cup and savor every sip as if it were the finest beverage. He treated his small apartment with greater care, keeping it tidy and bringing in a single beautiful flower, acting as if it were a cherished space. He wasn't spending money he didn't have. He was shifting his behavior and energy to align with the feeling of abundance his character embodied. This internal and behavioral shift had a noticeable effect. His portrayal of the philanthropist became incredibly convincing, imbued with an authentic energy that captivated the audience and critics. People commented on his changed presence both on and off stage. He seemed more confident, more grounded, more prosperous. Following the play's success, better auditions started coming his way. He began landing roles that reflected his new energy, characters with substance, confidence, and success. His acting income increased significantly. Julian discovered that by consciously choosing to act as if he already possessed the abundance he desired, by embodying that state in his daily life, he had altered his energetic signature and drawn the reflection of that abundance into his actual experience, transforming his career and finances beyond the stage. Embodying abundance is a practice of small, consistent shifts. Let's explore a simple way to begin living as if. Your task is to perform one small, luxurious, or abundant act each day purely for yourself, from a place of embodying wealth. This isn't about extravagance, it's about the feeling it evokes. Consider these examples, adapting them to your means and preferences. Savor a cup of high-quality tea or coffee slowly, using your favorite mug, really appreciating the moment. Of quiet indulgence, take a slightly longer, more relaxing bath or shower, perhaps using a special soap or adding a few drops of essential oil, feeling pampered. Dress in your favorite outfit, even if you're just staying home, simply to feel good and uplifted. Take the time to prepare and present a simple meal beautifully on your nicest plate, eating slowly and mindfully. Spend 10 minutes reading a book in a comfortable chair, perhaps by lamplight, creating a sense of peaceful leisure. Buy yourself a single beautiful flower or a small high-quality piece of fruit and truly appreciate its beauty and flavor. Listen to music that makes you feel uplifted, sophisticated, or joyful. Walk with posture that conveys confidence and ease, even if you're just going to the mailbox. Choose one small act each day. The key is the intention behind it. As you perform this act, consciously embody the feeling of someone who lives in comfort, ease, and abundance. Feel deserving of this small luxury. Notice how it shifts your energy, even subtly. Acknowledge that this feeling is a taste of your desired reality. By consistently performing these small acts as if, you train your subconscious mind and your energy field to accept abundance as your normal state. You align your being with the frequency of the cosmic wallet, making it natural for external riches to mirror your internal reality. You begin to truly live the abundant life from the inside out. Living as if requires a foundation of unwavering conviction. As we embody abundance, we must also solidify our inner certainty. In the next chapter, we delve into the strength of aligned belief. Chapter 12. The strength of aligned belief. We are now actively embodying abundance, living as if our desired riches are already here. This practice is powerfully amplified when supported by an unwavering foundation, aligned belief. Belief is the bedrock upon which manifestation is built. While intention directs the energy and imagination shapes it, belief gives it solidity and endurance. An aligned belief is an unshakable inner knowing, a deep-seated conviction that the abundance you seek is not just possible, but inevitable and deserved. It's the unwavering trust that the cosmic wallet is real, responsive, and actively working. On your behalf, doubt is the primary corrosive agent that can undermine our connection to the cosmic wallet. Even with practices in place, lingering subconscious beliefs in scarcity, unworthiness, or the necessity of struggle can create interference. Strengthening aligned belief means consciously identifying and gently releasing these limiting beliefs, replacing them with empowering truths that resonate with the frequency of abundance. It's about cultivating a mindset where prosperity feels natural, expected, and welcome. When your core beliefs are fully aligned with your desired reality, they act like a powerful magnetic force, holding your intentions steady against any fleeting external appearances of lack. This unshakable faith transforms the energetic promise of the cosmic wallet into tangible, manifest reality. It is the certainty that carries you across the gap between visualization and physical possession. Think of the quest of Alistair, the tattoo explorer. Alistair possessed a fragment of an ancient faded map passed down through his family, purported to show the location of a legendary hidden oasis, a place of unbelievable natural wealth and resources, hidden deep within a vast, uncharted desert. Many dismissed the map as folklore, a fanciful tale. The desert was known to be harsh, unforgiving, and largely empty. Logic dictated that such a place couldn't exist, or if it did, it was impossible to find or reach. Yet, Alistair held an unshakable belief. He studied the map fragment, not with skepticism, but with unwavering conviction. He felt its truth resonate deep within him. He saw not just faded lines on parchment, but a living promise. While others saw obstacles, the scorching sun, the shifting sands, the lack of water, Alistair focused on the certainty of the destination. His belief wasn't blind optimism. It was a deep inner knowing, fueled by intuition and the legacy of the map. He prepared meticulously, gathering supplies based on his belief in the journey's length and the oasis's existence. He set out into the vast emptiness. Days turned into weeks. Doubt sometimes whispered at the edges of his mind, fueled by the harsh reality of the desert. He saw mirages that shimmered with false hope. He faced challenges that tested his resolve, but each time doubt arose, Alistair returned to his core belief. He would hold the map fragment, tracing its lines, reconnecting with that inner certainty. He focused on the feeling of arriving, the lushness, the abundance he knew awaited him. His unwavering belief kept him going when others would have turned back. It guided his intuition, helping him navigate subtle shifts in the landscape that corresponded with the map's cryptic markings. Finally, after a long and arduous journey, cresting a seemingly endless dune, he saw it. Not a mirage, but the real oasis, lush, vibrant, teeming with life and resources, exactly as the map and his belief had promised. His aligned belief, held steadfast against external appearances and internal doubts, had navigated him through the desert of uncertainty to the hidden trove of abundance. Strengthening your aligned belief is an active process of reinforcing your inner knowing. Let's engage in an exercise to anchor your conviction. Find your journal or a piece of paper. Sit quietly and connect with the feeling of the cosmic wallet and your desired abundance. At the top of the page, write, "Reasons I believe. Abundance is flowing to me now." Now list at least 3 reasons why you genuinely believe riches are coming to you or are already here in potential. These reasons should feel true and resonant for you. They don't need to be validated by external proof yet. They stem from your inner understanding and trust in the principles we've explored. Examples might include, I believe because I understand the principle of the cosmic wallet and its infinite nature. I believe because I am consistently aligning my energy through gratitude and non-resistance. I believe because I trust in divine timing and know the universe supports my well-being. I believe because I have experienced small synchronicities that show the universe is responding. I believe because I feel deserving of ease and abundance. I believe because my intuition guides me towards prosperity. I believe because I am committed to living as if and embodying this truth. Write down your reasons clearly and sincerely. Once you have your list, read each reason aloud to yourself, slowly and deliberately. Feel the truth of each statement resonating within you. Let the words anchor your conviction. Place this list somewhere you can see it regularly, perhaps near your talisman or where you do your morning practice. When moments of doubt arise, reread your list. Reconnect with your reasons. Remind yourself of the foundational truths upon which your expectation of abundance rests. This conscious reinforcement of aligned belief strengthens your magnetic field. It dissolves doubt and creates an unwavering energetic container for the cosmic wallet to fill. It solidifies your state of becoming. As our belief solidifies and we embody abundance, a natural consequence is the ability to loosen our grip on controlling the specifics. In the next chapter, we explore the liberating power of releasing the reins. Chapter 13. Releasing the reins, we are nearing the pinnacle of embodying abundance. We're living as if, fortified by aligned belief. Now comes a crucial, often challenging, yet profoundly liberating step: releasing the reins. This means relinquishing the need to control how and when your abundance manifests. It's the ultimate act of trust in the cosmic wallet and divine timing, moving beyond even subtle attempts to micromanage the universe. Control stems from fear and a lack of trust. When we try to dictate the exact channels through which money must come, e.g., it must be through this specific job promotion, or I need to win this specific lottery, or obsess over precise timelines, we inadvertently reintroduce resistance. We limit the infinite possibilities the universe has available. The cosmic wallet operates with boundless creativity. It can deliver riches through unexpected avenues, synchronistic encounters, sudden insights, or opportunities we haven't even conceived of. Holding tightly to the reins, insisting on a specific path, closes us off to these potentially easier, faster, or more joyful routes. Releasing the reins means setting your intention, aligning your energy, embodying the feeling, trusting your belief, and then letting go of attachment to the specific outcome or method. It's trusting that the universe, guided by your core intention and feeling state, will orchestrate the manifestation in the most harmonious and beneficial way possible, often exceeding your limited expectations. This surrender isn't passive resignation, it's empowered allowance. It creates a spaciousness, an openness that invites universal intelligence and magic to work on your behalf. When you truly release the reins, you stop blocking the flow with your own limiting expectations and allow the full, creative power of the cosmic wallet to surprise and delight you. Consider the final design of Isadora, the architect. Isadora was a brilliant architect, known for her innovative designs. She was working on a prestigious commission, a public arts center, but she felt stuck. She had a specific vision in her mind, detailed down to the last fixture, but something felt off. The design was complex, technically challenging, and certain elements just weren't falling into place harmoniously. She obsessed over the blueprints, reworking sections endlessly, trying to force her initial vision into perfection. The harder she tried to control every detail, the more frustrating the process became, and the more flawed the design seemed. Stress mounted, deadlines loomed, and her reputation felt at stake. One sleepless night, pacing her studio, surrounded by crumpled sketches, she felt utterly defeated. She had poured all her energy into controlling this specific outcome, this exact design, and it wasn't working. In a moment of profound weariness, she simply surrendered. She mentally let go of her rigid attachment to that specific design. She acknowledged her intention to create a beautiful, functional, inspiring space for the community, but released the how. She whispered to the universe, "I trust there is a better way. Show me." She pushed the troubled blueprints aside, took a deep breath, and allowed her mind to quiet, entering a state of receptive non-resistance she hadn't allowed herself amidst the obsession. She didn't try to think of solutions, she simply created space. Later that morning, as she walked through a park, her mind calm and open, a completely new concept for the Arts Center suddenly flooded her awareness. It was elegant, simpler, yet far more innovative and harmonious than her previous efforts. It addressed all the functional needs while possessing a breathtaking aesthetic quality she hadn't conceived of while trying to control the old design. Excited, she rushed back and sketched the new vision. It flowed effortlessly. The technical challenges dissolved. The design felt inspired, alive. When she presented the new concept, the committee was astounded by its brilliance and beauty. The project became a landmark, earning Isadora widespread acclaim and significantly boosting her career and financial standing. By releasing the reins of control over her initial, flawed vision and trusting a higher wisdom to guide her core intention, she allowed a far superior solution and result to emerge. Releasing the reins is a practice of conscious surrender and trust. Let's work with this now. Sit quietly and bring to mind your core intention regarding abundance. Feel the desire, the alignment. Now, become aware of any specific expectations or attachments you might be holding on to about how this abundance should manifest. Are you fixated on a particular job, a specific investment, a certain person helping you, a rigid timeline? Notice these attachments without judgment. Acknowledge that these specific expectations, however well-intentioned, might be limiting the universe's infinite ways of blessing you. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, consciously visualize yourself loosening your grip on these specific outcomes. Imagine your hands opening, releasing the reins you've been holding so tightly. Mentally or aloud, affirm your surrender and trust. You might say, "I trust the infinite wisdom and creativity of the universe and the cosmic wallet. I release my attachment to specific outcomes, methods, and timelines. I remain focused on my core intention of," state your core intention briefly, e.g., financial ease and joy, and the feeling of its fulfillment. "I am open and receptive to abundance flowing to me in expected and unexpected ways, for my highest good and the highest good of all. I trust the process completely. Feel the sense of lightness and spaciousness that comes with letting go. Imagine infinite pathways opening up before you, pathways you couldn't see while you were fixated on just one route. Rest in this feeling of open possibility and profound trust. Whenever you find yourself obsessing over the how or when, gently repeat this process of releasing the reins. Trust that your aligned energy and belief are enough. The universe will handle the divine choreography. This surrender paradoxically accelerates the manifestation by removing self-imposed limitations. As we release control and trust the flow, we naturally open ourselves to the final element of becoming a living embodiment of the cosmic wallet, the reciprocal nature of giving and receiving. In our next chapter, we explore the flow of generosity. Chapter 14, The Flow of Generosity. We have journeyed through awakening, activation, and deep into the embodiment of abundance. We are living as if anchored in belief and have released the reins of control. The final luminous quality that solidifies our state of becoming is embracing the flow of generosity. This principle recognizes that the universe operates on cycles of giving and receiving. By becoming a conduit for generosity, you align yourself perfectly with the nature of the cosmic wallet, which is itself infinitely generous. Generosity in this context isn't about depleting yourself or giving away what you cannot afford. It stems from the abundant mindset you've been cultivating. When you truly believe in infinite supply and trust the flow, giving becomes a natural expression of that abundance, not an act performed out of obligation or scarcity. Sharing your resources, whether it's time, kindness, a small amount of money, a skill, or simply a positive word, signals to the universe that you know there is more than enough. It keeps the energy circulating. Think of a stagnant pond versus a flowing river. Generosity ensures you are part of the river, constantly receiving and releasing, keeping the flow vital and dynamic. Acting generously from a place of trust reinforces your belief in abundance on a profound level. It demonstrates your faith that giving does not diminish your supply, but actually makes space for more to be received. The cosmic wallet responds powerfully to this open-hearted energy. By willingly participating in the universal flow of giving, you become an even more attractive channel for receiving. It creates a beautiful, self-perpetuating cycle. You receive, you give thankfully, you receive more. It's the ultimate expression of living from abundance rather than striving for it. Let the aroma of Chef Antoine's kitchen fill your imagination. Antoine ran a tiny bistro in a quiet corner of the city. He was a passionate chef, pouring his heart into his cooking, but the bistro struggled to attract enough customers to be truly profitable. He worried about costs, counted every coin, and sometimes felt the pinch of scarcity, which subtly infused the atmosphere of his establishment despite the delicious food. One cold evening, seeing a group of homeless individuals huddled nearby, Antoine felt a pang of compassion that overrode his usual financial caution. On impulse, he invited them in and served them bowls of his hot, nourishing soup, asking nothing in return. It wasn't a calculated act, but a simple gesture of warmth from the heart. Seeing their gratitude, feeling the connection, shifted something within him. It felt abundant. He decided to make it a quiet, regular practice. Once a week, using simple ingredients creatively, he would offer a free, hearty meal to anyone in need who came to his door during a specific hour. He did it not for recognition, but because it felt aligned with a deeper sense of shared humanity and flow. He had to trust that sharing wouldn't bankrupt him, trusting the principles of abundance he was slowly learning. Word began to spread, not just about the free meals, but about the chef with the generous heart. People were touched by his kindness. They began frequenting his bistro more often, drawn by the warm, welcoming energy that now permeated the space. They brought friends. They left larger tips. Positive reviews highlighted not just the excellent food, but the spirit of the place. Unexpected opportunities arose, a local newspaper feature, catering requests for community events. Antoine's bistro blossomed. His generosity, born from compassion and trust in the flow, hadn't depleted his resources. It had opened the floodgates of the cosmic wallet, creating a thriving business built on the reciprocal energy of giving and receiving. He learned that sharing abundance multiplies it. Integrating generosity into your life is about finding ways to give that feel authentic and joyful to you, stemming from your growing sense of inner abundance. Let's practice a small act of giving now. Think of one small way you can express generosity today or tomorrow without expectation of return. It doesn't need to involve significant money. Consider these possibilities. Offer a genuine compliment to a stranger or co-worker. Leave a slightly larger tip than usual, if appropriate and affordable, with a feeling of appreciation. Spend a few extra minutes listening attentively to someone who needs to talk. Share a helpful piece of information or resource freely. Donate a small amount, even just a few coins, to a cause you believe in, or place it in a charity box. Silently send loving kindness or well wishes to someone you pass on the street. Offer a helping hand with a small task. Choose one act that feels right for you. Perform this act with a feeling of open-heartedness and trust in the flow. Release any need for thanks or reciprocation. Do it simply as an expression of the abundance you are cultivating within and acknowledging in the universe. Notice how you feel after performing this act of generosity. Does it create warmth, openness, a sense of connection, a feeling of sufficiency? Acknowledge these feelings as reinforcement of your alignment with the abundant flow. Make small, authentic acts of generosity a regular part of your life. Let them flow naturally from your state of being. This practice keeps the energy moving, dissolves any lingering vestiges of scarcity thinking, and solidifies your role as an active, joyful participant in the universe's infinite cycle of giving and receiving, ensuring that the cosmic wallet continues to flow generously towards and through you. We have now explored all the facets of aligning with and embodying abundance. We stand ready for the final integration. In our concluding chapter, we embrace the ultimate state, becoming the cosmic wallet. Chapter 15. Becoming the cosmic wallet. We have arrived at the culmination of our journey together. We began by awakening to the secret of the cosmic wallet. We activated our connection through silent intention, vivid imagination, heartfelt gratitude, grounding talismans, and feeling the pulse of abundance within. We then moved into embodying this reality by living as if, strengthening our aligned belief, releasing the reins of control, and embracing the flow of generosity. Now, we integrate all these facets into the ultimate state, becoming the cosmic wallet. This final stage is not about possessing an external object, but about realizing that the qualities of the cosmic wallet, infinite supply, effortless flow, boundless generosity, unwavering peace, radiant potential, are inherent aspects of your own true nature, your deeper self, which is one with the universal source. When you reach this state of integration, you no longer feel like you are attracting abundance from somewhere outside yourself. Instead, you recognize that you are the source, the conduit, the very embodiment of abundance itself. In this state, the chase completely dissolves. Money and opportunities don't just chase you. They gravitate towards your very being because you radiate the frequency they are made of. You operate from a place of profound inner security and knowing. Decisions are made not from fear or lack, but from inspiration and alignment. Your presence itself becomes a source of upliftment and prosperity, not just for yourself, but for those around you. You naturally attract ideal circumstances, collaborations, and resources because your energy field is a pure reflection of universal supply. There is no more doing nothing in the sense of passivity, but rather effortless doing, taking inspired action that flows naturally from your aligned state, actions that feel joyful and yield results with surprising ease. You become a walking, breathing testament to the truth that abundance is your birthright and natural state of being. Imagine a sage living simply in a mountain hermitage. The sage owned very little by worldly standards, humble robes, a sleeping mat, a few bowls, yet anyone who encountered him felt an undeniable aura of profound richness. His eyes held the depth of the cosmos. His smile radiated peace. His words carried the weight of quiet wisdom. He never spoke of lack, never worried about provision. He spent his days in contemplation, tending a small garden, offering counsel. To those who sought him out, he never asked for anything, yet his needs were always met, often in unexpected ways. Villagers would leave offerings of food or cloth at his doorstep, feeling compelled by an inner urge to share with him. Travelers, drawn by his reputation for wisdom, would offer generous donations in gratitude for his guidance. Opportunities for him to share his teachings in wider circles arose spontaneously, always accompanied by ample support. Wealth, in all its forms, material, spiritual, relational, flowed to the sage effortlessly. Why? Because he wasn't trying to get anything. He had fully realized his unity with the infinite source. He was the abundance he radiated. He embodied the peace, the wisdom, the generosity, the trust that are the very essence of the cosmic wallet. He didn't need to chase riches. His very being was a magnetic center drawing sustenance and support naturally from the universe. He lived in complete alignment, needing nothing, yet having everything. He had become a living embodiment of the cosmic wallet. Becoming the cosmic wallet is not a destination reached overnight, but the ongoing deepening of the practices and states we have explored throughout this journey. It is the fruit of consistent alignment. Here is a final reflection to help integrate this understanding. Find a quiet moment for contemplation. Close your eyes and take several deep, centering breaths. Bring your awareness to your heart center. Feel the warmth, the life pulsing there. Recognize this inner space as your connection point to the infinite source, the internal access to the cosmic wallet. Reflect on the journey you have taken through these chapters. Recall the key principles: the power of trust over effort, the clarity found in silence, the wisdom of divine timing, the importance of vibrational frequency, the freedom of non-resistance, the focus of silent intention, the creativity of imagination, the magic of gratitude, the grounding of a talisman, the feel of abundance, the embodiment of living as if, the strength of belief, the liberation of releasing control, and the joy of generosity. See these not as separate techniques, but as facets of a single, unified state of being, the state of alignment with universal abundance. Now ask yourself gently, how can I, in my daily life, be more of a source of abundance for myself and others? Not just financially, but in terms of kindness, support, creativity, peace, and joy. How can my presence reflect the generous, supportive nature of the cosmic wallet? Don't search for grand gestures. Think of small, authentic ways. Perhaps it's offering a more listening ear. Perhaps it's sharing your unique talents more freely. Perhaps it's cultivating a deeper sense of inner peace that ripples outwards. Perhaps it's simply holding the intention to be a positive, uplifting presence in the world. Choose one small way you can consciously embody the qualities of the cosmic wallet today. Decide to be the source of that specific quality. Be peace, be generosity, be trust, be joy. Know that as you consistently practice embodying these qualities, you align yourself ever more deeply with the infinite source. You cease to be someone seeking abundance and become abundance itself. This is the ultimate secret. The cosmic wallet is not out there, it is within you, waiting to be fully realized and expressed. Rest in this understanding. Feel the quiet power, the deep security, the effortless flow that arises from this state of being. This is your true nature. This is becoming the cosmic wallet. We have journeyed far together, from the first awakening whisper of the cosmic wallet to the profound embodiment of its essence within you. We've traversed the landscapes of awakening, uncovering the foundational truths of trust, silence, timing, frequency, and non-resistance. We moved through activation, learning to wield the subtle yet powerful tools of silent intention, imagination, gratitude talismans, and feeling the very pulse of abundance. Finally, we stepped into becoming, embodying wealth by living as if, strengthening belief, releasing control, embracing generosity, and ultimately realizing our inherent nature as the source itself. Remember the core message woven through every chapter. Riches flow effortlessly not to those who chase and struggle, but to those who align their inner world with the infinite, generous nature of the universe. The cosmic wallet pours its bounty upon those who cultivate trust, embrace stillness, honor divine timing, raise their vibration, release resistance, and live from a place of gratitude and embodied abundance. The paradox holds true. When you cease the frantic outward doing born of lack and fear, and focus on the inner being of alignment and trust, essentially doing nothing in the world's eyes, you become a powerful magnet, and money, opportunities, and well-being begin to chase you. This journey is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice of alignment and remembrance. Revisit these chapters whenever you need reinforcement. Practice the simple rituals consistently, not as chores, but as joyful acts of communion with the universe. Trust the process, even when outer circumstances seem slow to change. Hold fast to your aligned belief. Live each day, starting now, as if the boundless riches of the cosmic wallet are already yours, flowing freely into every area of your life. For in that unwavering faith, in that embodied knowing, in that quiet surrender to the flow, abundance finds its truest home. You are not separate from the cosmic wallet. You are its living expression. Go forth and radiate that truth. The universe awaits your signal.